Hi, I'm Claire Saunders from What's New in Electronics. I'm here at SMTAI International in Chicago, and I'm joined by Dr. Mike Bixenman. How are you?
I am doing well.
And Mike, you are from Magnalytix.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you please tell me a little bit more about Magnalytix, what you do? You've been around now for 6 or 7 years, so your journey.
Our journey. So, what really drove Magnalytix was the ability to replace, the ROSE test method for detecting acceptable levels of flux and contamination on electronic circuits. And so, part of that methodology was an electrical test method that was circuitry with components that are representative of a lot of the challenging components you see today, bottom terminated components, tighter pitch, miniaturization. And as you get process contamination underneath those components, you can't really detect it visually like you could, a standard through hole or leaded type process. So as circuits or circuit assemblies got to be more complex, that residue, even no clean residue, can get trapped where it's not properly outgassed, and it could cause failure. So how do you measure it?
Hmm.
And so surface insulation resistance has been around for many years, but it was mostly used on open cone test cards. Solder companies use it extensively for designing and qualifying their materials. But what we did at Magnalytix is that we developed smart instruments that as the test ran, all of the analytics were real time, and we were able to do it on customized test boards with areas where process residues are most problematic to cause failure.
Okay, okay. So you're seeing problems that your customers don't know are there.
Yes, and we can help them understand and to not only understand their material stack up or their cleaning process, but we can help them understand where potential failures could take place and how to resolve them.
Okay. And how does that do customers then come to you, or do you go to them, or is it a combination of both? How does it?
Um, our core focus is testing services, so we continuously reach out to our customer base, and we and many times when they have an application need, they come to us, and then we engage with the client to understand what is your process, what are you trying to accomplish, and help them build a test plan to be able to do that.
Okay. And what are your sort of key, if you like, accomplishments or key over the last few years? What were you seeing as your major strengths?
Well, we I think from the SIR standpoint is our some of our key accomplishments have been designing and testing, you know, assemblies that are more representative of production hardware. And part of that is performing those services, and then when we complete the services, be able to properly, on the reporting side, provide third-party validation, and if there is a problem, you know, give them insights on how to correct that problem.
Okay.
Having a background on the cleaning side, so if there's a residue problem, how do you fix it?
Hmm.
So we can give them those insights quite accurately. So
Okay.
that piece of it has been very very useful to clients as well.
Okay, great stuff. And I'm guessing your client base will continue to grow then because of these adaptations that you can make.
Yes, we are always reaching out, for uh, new clients, but we also try to do good work so that people that we've been privileged to do work for come back
Come
and
back
want
and
to
use you
use us
again.
again.
Yeah, yeah. Which is a customer service thing, which is a great, obviously, a great thing to have under your belt to to be able to secure and save that business.
Yes.
Yeah, great stuff. Fantastic. Well, it sounds like already it's been quite a journey for you guys since you started off. Um,
With any business, when you start a business, you always have a vision of what it could be, but you never know what it's going to be until you actually do it. And your customers always give you the insights on what it is they need.
yeah,
And part of the magic is listening to your customer.
yeah. Well, every day's a school day. That's what they say, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah, so it's finding out, and yeah, if you do that, then you're going to keep those customers and you're going to build those relationships.
That's the goal. So
Great stuff.
I like them for life,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, nothing pains me worse than to lose a customer, but
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah, yeah, and it's been an interesting year, particularly in the US. With I mean, globally, it's been interesting for a while. So, I mean, have you seen that affect? Because I'm guessing no matter what's happening in the global environment, if it's through like slowdowns or if it's through politics, that doesn't change the issues that people are getting with the defects or possible problems that they have with their cleaning. So,
Yeah.
has it affected your business?
Well, it only increases it because when you look at electronics, it's probably one of the most dynamic industries that we're part of
Yeah,
because it just think of uh, the space that it's whether it's the autonomous car or whether it's AI or space programs, medical programs, defense, all of these programs have have been enabled through smart tools, instruments,
yeah.
devices, and it all generates off of electronics.
Mm.
And the biggest thing that companies want is they want products to perform when they need them.
Yeah.
They turn them on. They want them to perform as promised. And so that means it's reliability.
Mm.
And so as you look at more complex devices, the smaller the gap, the tighter, the more the components, the higher the probability of failure.
Failures, yeah,
So
yeah.
how do you mitigate that? How do you understand that? And so that's what drives, why people would want to invest in doing this type of work in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. All right, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your insights. Thank you
Yes,
for
you're
joining
welcome.
us.
You're welcome.
And we look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Okay, and thank you for the opportunity to do this interview.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.